This Bhagavad Gita is pretty much introduced to me.
The Bhagavad, how do you pronounce this word? Bhagavad Gita?
As I'm in sixth standard, it is just introduced to me. So I like the facts that come across me that in history there are some ancient books about that I like.
Oh, really? Tell me more about that. That sounds really interesting.
The ancient books like Rig Ved, which is one of the most ancient books in history, that type of study I like.
Hi. Hello. Hello. How are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm very good, thank you. What's your name?
My name is Havisha. What's your name?
Havisha. Lovely to meet you. Where are you from, Havisha?
I'm from the southern part of India. Where are you from?
I'm from Scotland. So I'm from the north of Scotland. So I'm from an island. Which area are you from? Because I actually know a little bit about Indian geography. So I know Kerala. I know Chennai. Are you from near there?
I'm from Karnataka. In Karnataka, there's a city called Bangalore. From
Oh,
there,
Bangalore. Yes, I know Bangalore. Yes, yes, I know. The Garden of India, they call it, right?
yeah.
Yeah, cool. I'm sorry, I just noticed that you have a really cool room. You have like, is that Ganesh?
No, that is there.
Krishna.
Yeah,
That's Krishna. And who's the, is that Bambi? Or,
that is a cow. This man?
yeah. Did you paint that yourself?
No, that was a. It is a wallpaper. That is a cow beside him.
That is so nice. So tell me about yourself. Are you a student? Are you at school? Are you learning English for fun? Are you learning English for future work?
I am. I'm a student right now in sixth standard, and I want to learn English for future work.
Okay, cool. So how old are you? What year are you in?
I'm 11 years old.
Oh wow, you're very like confident and like mature. That's very cool. Are you the oldest child?
Yeah, I'm the oldest child in this house, but in my grandmother's house, I'm not the oldest one. Someone is older to me.
Oh, you have a lot of cousins.
Yeah,
Hmm. Cool. So what do you enjoy studying at school?
I could you repeat your question?
What's your favorite subjects at school?
Oh, my favorite subjects in school is social science. What about you? When you was
Oh, I loved history. I loved art, and I loved literature. So what do you like most about social science?
it is new to me as I'm in sixth standard. It is just introduced to me, so I like the facts that come across me. That in history there are some ancient books about that I like.
Oh, really? Tell me more about that. That sounds really interesting.
The ancient books like Rig Ved, which is one of the most ancient books in history, that type of study I like.
And what are the names of these books?
It's one of them I know is Rig Ved. Others I don't know much, but I know one of them.
Do you know this one? Uh, there's one called the. I'm gonna pronounce this wrong, but it's called the Bhagavad Gita. This one. You know this one?
Yeah, I know.
What is that? Because we don't learn about this stuff in the West. It's like the oldest, one of the oldest books, right? It's
Yeah,
the oldest book of Hinduism, right?
yeah. It
That's really
is.
cool. So do you
Then
like learning about history, politics, this kind of thing?
I like to read about ancient books and all that.
So you're interested in like ancient books and ancient history. That's really
Yeah.
cool. And how long have you been on Cambly?
And Bhagavad Gita is pretty introduced to me.
Pardon?
This Bhagavad Gita is pretty much introduced to me.
The Bhagavad, how do you pronounce this word?
Yeah, it's Bhagavad Gita.
Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita. Yes. Yes, this is a very famous book. I don't know anything about it because we don't learn about this stuff in our culture. But we have a lot of like ancient, You know, one of the things we have in the UK is we have something called the I forgot what it's called. There's an ancient manuscript that we have that's called the Book of. Have you heard of this? It's called the Book of. I forgot the name. It's called the. Have you heard of the Voynich manuscript?
I've not heard about that.
I'm gonna send it to you because it's so cool. It's like this manuscript that's written in this language, and nobody knows what the language is. Nobody really knows where it came from, and I've sent you the Wikipedia, but it's a mystery. It's like a historical mystery, and it's called the Voynich manuscript, which is named after the man who found it. And basically, it was written in this unknown writing system, and it's about 600 years old. But people still do not really know what it means. Like, thousands of people have studied it. Code breakers have looked at it, trying to work out if it's a code or something. And it's so cool. And it's the illustrations in it are really unusual. They have all these weird sort of illustrations, and nobody really understands what it's all about, but it's like 600 years old. So maybe one day you can have a little read about that if you find this sort of thing interesting, because it's quite cool.
Ah, that's great.
Yeah, I think you would find that really interesting. So you're really interested in like ancient history and archaeology?
Yeah, I'm a bit interested in ancient history.
That's so cool. That's really cool. Would you like to study history when you're older?
I would
You would like to study history?
like to study history till I'm old, but I don't know when I'm old will my interest change or not.
What did you say?
But I would like to study history till I'm old, but I don't know after I'm old my interest will be more in it that I could become an historian, or it could be less. So I don't know about that. But
Yeah,
yes,
it's true.
I
You
like.
don't know exactly what will interest you in the future. But being a historian, studying history is a really good way of like, there's a lot of like, I know a lot of people who studied history at university and they went on to do very different things. Some of them became lawyers, some of them worked in politics. Some of them went and worked in like the arts and film and stuff like this, because it's a very good thing to study, because it really trains your mind to think in a really smart way. So I think that it's a good, I think it's a really good thing to study.
So can you tell me the oldest book in India?
What's it called?
The oldest book.
Yeah, the oldest book in India. It's
Yeah,
called the Diamond Sutra. What is it?
it must be the. It is one of the most ancient book is. I just now in the beginning I told, and I like that. It is
Yeah,
the way that, and in India we know it, and it is Rig Ved, which I think it is very popular and it is very ancient. I think so
yeah.
as a book.
Okay, cool. And so you're really interested in books. What's your favorite book? Do you like to read?
My favorite book I like to read. I like all spiritual books and spiritual histories also there.
What kind of spiritual books?
I like spiritual books. This time you mentioned Bhagavad Gita. That one I like. I have
Yeah,
it.
cool. So what is spiritualism to you? Are you a very spiritual person?
I am a well, my mother is a pious lady, so I can say I'm pious, but I
Your
cannot say
mother
that
is a what?
much. My mother is a pious lady.
A
As a,
pious lady. Okay, cool. And what does a pious, you're Hindu, right?
yeah,
Yeah. What is a pious Hindu? What does a pious Hindu do?
it I can say it worships God It follows the rules, reads books, and does what is nice for him to attract to get spirituality, I can say. So I like that if someone wakes up, has a good bath, and then goes to read some spiritual books. That's what I like.
Is that what you do? How often do you read spiritual books?
I can say when I was 10 years old, no, yeah, I can say from this age, from 11 or 10 years old, I started reading it then.
That's really cool. Can you tell me something about Hinduism that I don't know? What's something you love about your spiritual religion?
I love that. My spiritual religion is in the spiritual religion. It is not that religion based. If you are a Muslim, you can't do. If you're a Christian, you can't do. It doesn't matter that. Whatever you are, you can do.
Interesting. So it's just about connecting with God.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. And one of the things I think that's really cool about Hinduism is that there's a lot about like nature, isn't there? And respecting nature and respecting animals, and you have like people. I think Hindus don't eat meat, do they?
Oh no, they don't eat meat.
Yeah, because it's about respecting and loving animals and nature and stuff like this. Yeah. Do you have any pets?
No, I don't have any pets.
Would you like to have pets?
I would not like much dogs and cats. I would like a cow, which is also how.
Oh
It's
yeah, very holy animal. Very cool. You'd like a pet cow?
I would like in my grandmother's house. We have a pet cow.
You
Pet cow.
do? What's it called?
I don't know its real name, but yes, we had one cow, so it was different names. I think Kalki or something like that. About the yeah, but I see that the cows get changed. Some were sold, but yes, it is there.
What's the personality of the cow like? They're very gentle, aren't they?
Yeah, they are very innocent and they don't harm anybody. They just are, they don't harm and they're innocent, I can say.
Yeah, they're very innocent animals. I used to know a baby cow. Like I used to visit a farm. My friend lived on a farm growing up, and they had a pet cow. Like not for eating, just a pet cow. And his name was Brambly, and he was a very innocent, gentle animal. He had sort of like his hair, like his fur. It was sort of like dark red. He was sort of like a dark ginger cow, and he was very sweet and very loved to play with other cows and stuff. So it's so cute. That's really cool. So tell me a little bit about, we've got 1.5 minutes. Tell me a little bit about Krishna.
Krishna, okay.
He's the young boy, right?
Yeah, he's a young boy who had appeared, I think, in a long, long time ago, and more than, I can say, 5,000 years ago, more than, it was very long ago he appeared. And it was a village when he appeared there. And that village, it was very beautifully surrounded. Lotus flowers were blooming. Lotus were blossoming around in the lakes and rivers, and he took birth in Mathura. He has two mothers. One was the one who gave birth to him, and the another was named Yashoda, who took care of him. I think till he was 14 or 15 years old. Then again, it was a demon who was his uncle. It was a demon named Kans, so he had to beat him. It was not good, so he had to kill him. So he had to go from Vrindavan. While he went, it was a very terrible time for the people who would live in those 14 or 15 years.
Oh no! I'm gonna read about it. I'm gonna have a little read about Krishna. He's the most important one, right?
Yeah, it's the most greatest, I can say.
He's the most important. Who is the most important? Vishnu is also very important.
Yeah, Vishnu and Krishna are one only. Vishnu only.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to